Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Play to Find Out Longfall.
Tux is barely holding it together right now.
I had a worst case scenario about what was happening with my friend, and it turns out it was true. So, you know,
Well, it could have been true, but then she got really lucky.
yeah, so there's that. So our boss is hurt. What's going on with that?
Your boss isn't hurt.
I like emotionally.
I mean,
So you guys
her mechanical arm wasn't working. So,
you
like
two
her.
arrive at the precinct before Lyle and Alicia Ra do.
Oh, hi, Zelka.
Oh, Zaji, hello. Hi there.
How's your morning?
Oh, well, it's been pretty good so far.
Good, good.
Pretty good.
Mine was pretty good too. What happened?
A Naga, like one of the he's not technically the second in command, but he kind of like takes over in Alicia's absence. He's sort of like the guy who's in charge of the night shift, almost.
Okay.
Like night patrols. His name is Bellin. Bellin like slithers over and he's like, "You with me now."
All right, Bella, I'll follow you. What's going on? You want to close that as we go?
Yeah, he takes you into a briefing room. We have what appears to be a pretty serious situation in the hub.
What's going on? Fill us in.
Zaja keeps looking. His other two hands reach back and grab his notepad.
Apparently, there was some type of, I don't know, gang conflict. A lot of people got hurt.
Violence.
In the hub? When was this?
Last night.
So how late was it?
You tell me.
Like, because Azilka's like, I was
in the hub
last night.
Into the wee? I mean, the hub's a big place. Were you talking into the wee hours of the night, or?
It was definitely after midnight when she left. Not later than 2 a.m.
Okay.
But
so, I mean,
like
we'll say right
maybe
around 2 a.m. It's like, no, it happened around 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So like right after you left.
Oh my. Yeah, like it looks kind of like, I was just there. That's scary.
There are also unconfirmed reports that Alicia Ra is missing.
Oh, I was just gonna think.
Oh no.
She's usually in before me, and I didn't see her at her desk.
She was supposed to relieve me 2 hours ago and hasn't been in. As you all know, that's a problem.
Oh, Bella, are you all right? I know you work long shifts.
I'm fine.
Has anyone been to her place?
Yes. No evidence.
Who was last to see her?
It would have been me when I came to take her off shift last night.
Oh my. No one.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to collaborate with the precinct and the hub. You are all going to investigate that. Where the hell is Lyle? And where the hell is Nayli?
I'm not sure.
We usually get here just at 9.
I forget. Did we?
We can go and pick them up on our way out to the hub.
No time. If we have a missing officer, we are very short on time. And that's probably right when you guys walk in. Lyle and Alicia walk in, and
did she put the stub of her robot arm back on, or did she?
No, she took the other one off, the other broken one off.
Sweet. So I'm carrying around a robot shoulder.
I'm carrying around 2 robot shoulders.
2 robot shoulders. Is she
armless?
armless?
Right, she's missing 2 on.
Oh, okay. She's a 4-armed. Gotcha.
She's missing both her left hands.
She's all right now.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm,
exactly.
mhm,
And so
I
she
need to say it out of character so I avoid saying it in character.
she looks and I'm gonna give you two both opportunities to roll perception here.
I'm good at perception.
High perception of the best of them.
I mean, so was Lyle in theory.
Yeah, that's all Lyle's good at. It's the most important skill in a tabletop RPG. Always put points into perception.
I would argue insight is slightly more important.
I will put
No dice.
I will put 1 of my legend points into it.
Cool.
Oh yeah, I forgot we got those.
21.
Wow.
She is very clearly sleep deprived.
That makes sense.
Also, yeah, her prosthetics were clearly damaged by some type of blunt force trauma.
So Zaje's like, so his 2 arms like go up like, you're okay. And, like he like slithers over. His other 2 hands keep writing.
She just like takes the pin from you, the like stylus from you. She's like, and she looks at Bella and she's like, I never went missing. Off the record. Got it?
What?
She means don't write that down.
But I have to.
Yeah, I want to know, like,
It's pertinent to the case.
just how, like, police procedure wise, I would know this. How much trouble can we be in? Like, she's been missing for 2 hours. They say someone's checked her house. Like, just like in my mind, I can calculate how much paperwork has already been done. Is there already a paper trail? Is there any way to shut this up at this point feasibly?
Yeah, she was
I'm
just big chilling with
say
me for 2 hours.
here's the thing. There's usually not a lot of documentation for when police officers get hurt on the job or die,
Mm-hmm.
because of the implication that has about the safety of the city.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
the idea that there
the
would
idea
not...
that you could just be like,
They would they would wait till like the last minute to be like, oh, by the way, an officer's been missing for 5 hours.
yeah, like they would not make a statement until they knew it was bad.
Okay, yeah. So so Balin's like, basically we're the only people Balin's told probably.
And the people that went and checked his house,
Okay.
her house, but that's
Okay.
they,
like how you
they were
wait-
all told by word of mouth. Nobody was like told to document stuff.
Yeah. It's like how you wait 48 hours before you report a missing person.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Similar.
probably like 5 hours for a missing officer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I
Like
think
it's entirely feasible that this could just die right now. But
Okay.
yeah,
she's very clearly, although she doesn't have a lot of visible signs of injuries, Zaje, you can see that she has some like bruises and scrapes, but nothing like.
No, yeah. That's why I'm like,
I think that Azilka like takes that moment to just like kind of think through this, process this, and think about like
You also know Azelka also knows that destruction of documents is very illegal.
I understand that. So far the only documentation is Zaje's notes right there,
Literally Zaje's notes.
and those are not official yet.
When have
I
we
mean,
ever followed the law?
they were taken by a police officer, so they're like government documents.
They haven't been
Notarized.
They haven't been filed. They haven't been
They
processed.
haven't been
so you
filed.
can
They
just
haven't been
destroy
processed.
them.
Yeah.
In theory.
So
Can I just take Zaje's notebook? Can I just like swipe it from him?
no, I think that I'm not going to take that step just yet. I think Azilka is just like going to put her hand over Zaje's and kind of nod to Alicia and says, Zaje's, these notes don't need to be read by anyone, ever. You understand what I mean?
but But this is what we do.
Sajay.
I can assure you it's unrelated to whatever case we have.
But she's hurt. She's been up all
She's-
night.
Sajay,
What? What we're supposed to... I can't... We
as
can't
your
I wanna-
superior
hold on,
officer,
hold on.
I
I
demand
want
that you
to-
hand over those documents.
I want to look at Bellin. Like, while this is going on, like, I've already kind of sided with Alicia, but I want to look at Bellin and see what his reaction to her saying to do this and us complying. Like, what is his reaction here? You want me to roll some perception?
You're gonna have to, because he's
He
trying
should
to
be
hide what
glad
he's
that
doing
his
right
relief showed up.
Can I?
Finally, I can go home.
Yeah.
now. You can spend as many legend points as you would like.
Actually, I do have multiple legend points. That gives me advantage.
Yeah,
I'm gonna. How badly do I want to know this?
you're gonna start with 1 because he's tired and having a hard time hiding his emotions.
Run me by one more time what exactly legend points do.
You
Uh,
can spend them at any time to get advantage on a roll.
Are they
You
used
spent-
for anything else?
No. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you spend
I'm
spend,
gonna-
spend,
I'm gonna-
spend
I'm
them
gonna
one for
spend-
one for like getting that number of advantage on a roll.
Cool. And they're not
I'm
used for
gonna-
anything else besides advantage.
Right, just that.
Mhm.
Just rolls.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend 1 legend point,
Okay.
and also the advantage from being tired. Double checking and making sure none of my feats would trip here. No, no. Can I gain my profession police perk bonus here for interacting with police officers in my job? And
I'm gonna say, I mean, that would kind of give you a tenor for the situation you're in. So yeah, I'll say taking advantage for that.
Okay.
It's not because you're interacting with.
yeah,
Police
I mean,
officers?
I don't mean interacting with police officers. I mean like
It helps with their
The
knowledge of
tenor-
protocol.
yeah, the
Yeah, yeah.
knowledge of protocol.
Yeah,
Exactly.
take that.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You
Okay,
also know about the
brilliant.
relationships between these 2
Mhm.
people and have a little bit of
Mhm.
context there. So yeah, definitely roll it.
Nice.
32.
Um,
Brilliant.
he's scared
That's
because
fair.
he knows Alicia wouldn't be telling you to destroy documents if something bad did not happen. Because like
So, is he scared for himself or for her? Or can I not tell that?
no, with a 32, you could probably guess most of the things about this guy. I think the thing he's more worried about. I mean, obviously he's worried about her. She's hurt,
Mm-hmm.
and then she's like cover this investigation. I think he's also. I mean, you would know that Bellin's a pretty religious guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's also this there's also kind of like the suasion component of where we're breaking a law that's like kind of a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously he's like, this is clearly what needs to be done. We have to live in the real world, but he's also like,
The architects wouldn't want us destroying evidence.
this is bad. Like
That's
if it has
why
come to this point, it is bad.
You'll notice that Izilka didn't specifically say to destroy the evidence, just that it just could get lost. You know, just never see the light of day. That's more dangerous than destroying it, but
That is significantly more dangerous than destroying it.
it's also easier on her conscience. And if it gets destroyed, she didn't say to do that.
Mhm.
Anyway, so
Is anyone taking
yeah.
action to take my notebook away?
Yes,
I-
me.
okay, I am stepping in between that. because I'm not taking actions to take your notebook away, and if I see Lyle moving to take it away,
Well,
Izoka is gonna
let's-
intersperse herself.
So everybody roll agility. And we'll see who acts first.
Do I get any sort of
20.
advantage?
No, you don't. Just
I
roll your
have-
flat agility.
I have a couple of feats that could apply.
If what are they?
Evasive footwork and combat momentum.
No and no. This isn't a combat situation.
Okay,
Unless you're making this a combat situation.
it could be. Who knows? Anything could happen.
Mm,
I also have an agility score of 5, so you know I'm not too.
Just roll your agility and see what happens. You need.
20.
well,
All right.
if
Who has the higher agility?
Lyle.
Okay.
I
So,
rolled
Lyle,
really well.
You act first. You step forward. You grab the notebook.
Hmm. Do I get it successfully?
Yeah, I mean you do, and then everybody else is just kind of like.
Yeah, so like I look at you, I look at Lyle and say, "Give back to him, Lyle."
Alicia reaches over with one of her good hands, and then takes the other good hand, just unscrews the data pack, like the charge, like shoves it in her pocket, and then plugs another one in and hands it back to him.
Neat. And it all ended happily ever after.
My office now.
Sweet. do
Zajay
that
looks
thing.
like extremely distraught right now.
Zajay, office now.
Izoka just kind of like stares between them, but says nothing.
Do you like want us all to go to your office or?
Everyone get to my fucking office now, or you all lose your jobs.
Gotcha. Office time.
Slow, sad slither.
Izoka follows.
Bellin also follows, even though he's clearly exhausted. So she goes into your office. She like shuts the door and locks it. And she's like, she like takes out the doc. She like takes out the charge. She's like, here's the situation. Something happened last night that may or may not have to do with a known criminal that I have no memory of.
It's definitely a problem. Tell us everything you know.
I'm invoking my flaw.
What is your flaw?
I instinctively start writing again. Like I don't even like. Like my face is like, oh yeah, I'm listening. My hands are just writing because I can't stop it.
Lyle, you see this. What do you do?
Stop writing things down. Stop. We just had a whole thing. What are you doing? I can't believe you right now.
Make a legend point.
Hell yeah.
For so you grab it, or like when he calls you
I
out, you
just-
stop.
No, yeah, just kind of like
Sajay, please set the notepad on the table. Put this down.
slowly kind of sets it over and like
Don't, I swear to God, if you pick up that notepad again.
Here's the situation.
Zajay needs a
All I
fidget
know
spinner.
is-
He does.
he needs a fidget spinner.
Stupid fidget spinner. I asked for one of those today. I'm like, no. So she looks at you and she's like, we may have a situation where I was involved in an altercation I do not remember.
That is
You
definitely a
all
problem.
understand why this is a problem, correct?
It's very, very clearly a problem.
Zajay, can you explain why this is a problem?
If you've been missing all night and you don't remember anything, someone probably used aether abilities on you.
That's right. And if
Do you
these
have any idea
aether
as to who it
abilities,
was?
because she and there's this like moment where she's like, and Lyle picks up on this. She knows who did it. Now she like found the note.
Yeah,
But-
and Lyle knows exactly who did it too.
She doesn't want to incriminate you somehow by knowing what this cryptic note with no signature means.
I like, can I tap her on like the shoulder?
Yeah, you reach across and
I-
tap her on the shoulder. You all see him do this.
I just give her a look like, well, like, do we tell them? Like, I'm giving her the stumped look.
We have reasons to believe it was a gang lord named Logan.
Oh, look at Ten Fingers. He seems like such a nice man.
I put the note on the table.
Apparently, he's been attempting to arrange meetings with me. And yeah, you got the notes. The note is on perfect white paper, and it says, "If I have to arrange these meetings again, it'll be much worse."
Hmm.
Glad
Is
you like
fucking
kinda like
is what's his name still in the
just
room?
look at it and
Bellin is still in the room.
Oh god damn it!
I mean, Bellin clearly knows.
All right. I
um,
guess. No, this will be interesting because one of the members of our team is missing. So it'll be really interesting if I tell you guys this Lyle's secret.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
So Lyle points at the note and he says, "This note, I believe, was addressed to me. I used to work for Logan before I came here." Surprise!
So you used to work for. That explains why you knew him. We saw him at the. Well,
Logan
interesting. Very interesting.
Logan is Teflon.
Nothing will stick to him. I understand.
We have not been able to make any type of warrant or conviction or even civil suit stick.
He's a very shady individual. Very charismatic, though, I must admit.
Logan's got these, I don't know how to describe it, but he can make people do what he wants. Unnaturally.
I see. I understand. Seen that before. It's dangerous.
Yes. Although normally not, but it's not a cause to arrest someone. It's not against the law to have a birth defect like that.
And like Izilka thinks about her own ether abilities and chuckles to herself in shame.
What's so funny is Elka.
How do you chuckle in shame?
No, I get it. I get it.
Nothing. Nothing's funny. Not at all. It's a very serious situation.
Yes.
Are you okay? If you don't, I'm worried.
So it's not like a slow breath. I'll be fine, Sajay. Thank you.
Okay.
I've had much worse. And she like gestures to her missing arms.
Yeah, about that. Can you get these things replaced? I say, holding up the two aether shoulders.
Yeah, I got a guy. He can fix almost anything.
Well, that's good. I put the 2 dismembered shoulders on the desk.
Bellin, what happened last night? And Bellin like looks up at her and he's like, well, there was a gang fight in the hub and a lot of people died. And she like looks at him like, and there's very clear, oh my god, did I do that? Because she legitimately doesn't know.
We need to go out there and investigate.
You
We're
do.
busy looking for you.
Call in all teams that are currently searching for me. Tell them to go about normal cases. I was found and it was a miscommunication. Does everyone understand?
Okay.
Of course.
Zajay, when she like holds up the like card, I understand that you're new at this, but if people think that someone can do something like this to a cop at any given time, every other perp that we bring in is going to say they were under the influence of this kind of effect. Do you understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. She like sets it on the counter and she like lifts up her tilwa and just crushes it with the hilt of it.
Clear like flinch. But
Yeah, and like the like metal like flex like breaks.
little
Very
Aether like
clearly. Yeah, she reaches into her desk and takes out another one and throws it to you. Find out what happened.
Zajay like slowly reaches over to the notepad, pulls out the one, and hands it to her because he wrote some stuff on that one.
Takes it, smashes it, throws you another one.
It's like the start of one sentence.
No, yeah, exactly. It's like
She doesn't even care. She just takes it and smashes it.
Yeah.
it's the start of a sentence, but it was also like the start. It was like
It's the start of a very incriminating.
right, a very bad sentence.
Exactly.
And she looks up at Bella and is like, "Go get some sleep, man." And without another word, he's just like, "Oh, thank God," and he like leaves.
Night, Melon.
Go.
He's like,
You
thank
three-
God this is someone else's problem.
You three go to the hub.
We're on our way.
Okay.
If anyone asks why you're there,
Reinforcements?
she runs her finger through her hair.
Is this Yuki's jurisdiction?
This is Yuki's jurisdiction.
I think Izilka will lean over and say, "No, your phone amendment. I think I can make some arrangements."
She spins it around so you can look at it.
All right. I'm gonna.
So you're gonna reach out to Yuki.
Yep.
Yeah, he picks it up. He's like, "Officer Tonto."
Yuki, it's Izilka.
Hey, Zelka, if this is a social call, I
It's not.
can't really. Okay, what's up?
Heard you had a lot of trouble last night, and we have reason to be in the hub. Maybe you could call in a favor, ask for a certain team to lend a hand.
Zelka, what's going on?
We can talk about when I get there.
This comes back to bite me. I'm never taking you dancing again, and he just hangs up.
Yeah, and she
Not dancing.
yeah, she has a little bird smile, and then she hangs up the phone, and she looks back up to Alicia and she says, "Well, that's taken care of. You should be hearing from the hub district very soon. with a request for a detail to assist with the large incident last night, since they are so very overworked.
All right. You all get
And
out of
then-
my office.
I picture just as we're leaving, her phone rings.
Yeah, it does. Like you hear the door close and then ding 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 ding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Come on, I'm driving. And we head to the hub.
Sajay, how are you feeling?
Pretty shitty.
Let's go in through Sajay's head right now. I'm curious.
This isn't how cops are supposed to act. Zajay is very. This is how things are supposed to be, and this is not how things are supposed to be.
I mean, people aren't supposed to be able to steal your memories for a period of several hours.
Well, that's fair, but this is a world of weird magic shit. So like, the blatant
This is still
disregard.
beyond out of the ordinary. Like,
It's
Like-
weird even for magic.
yeah, it's weird even for magical Sprawling City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's that, and then but there's also still like a very righteousness sort of like, oh no, but we're supposed to be above them. Like we should be able to take notes, and I should be able to do this because like we're the police. That's what we're supposed to do. Like if we're not going to be good, who's going to be good? And that's the question, right? Yeah, so Zajay is like
Operation slowly turns Sajay into Batman. Check one. If the cops
I
are
did
gonna be
just
corrupt,
take climbing.
The cops are going to be corrupt. Then I don't need to be a cop.
No, even worse. He's gonna become the Punisher.
They just murder the shit
Just
out of bad
murder
guys
the
left
shit
and
out of
right.
everybody.
I really like the.
That would be a
the
really
Let me
image
hard
make you
of,
change your
turn.
flaws.
Someone, please draw the Punisher as a four-armed snake.
Oh, I know what I'm drawing tomorrow.
Then, yeah, in 5 years, criminals everywhere are gonna be scared of a heartless vigilante known as the Viper.
Yeah, and there's all these weird like origin stories about how he used to like fight in the cults or whatever. He like prayed to the ground, and the ground gave him unnatural strength and agility. Yeah, it's bad.
Oh man.
He become the boogeyman of this setting. All right,
The real
we
boogeyman
time
is
skipped 5 years in the future. No.
Yeah, but yeah, as we're driving, yeah, Zajay's like in the back, just like unusually quiet.
Do any of your companions say anything in response to this?
Who's driving?
You're asking me if Lyle says anything.
I'm asking Kelso if Zelka says anything.
Okay.
Because you're a perceptive woman, you can clearly tell that he's feeling conflicted about this.
It's just supposed to be a normal day at work.
I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna be like friendly Azilka or tough love Azilka.
I was gonna ask my friends for advice about girls. It's gonna be a normal day at work. Not this had to happen.
God, all right. So as
Shatter your worldview 4 different ways. To make this.
as she's driving, Azilka like does that thing where she like looks in the rearview mirror to
Mhm.
meet the eyes of the person in the back seat.
Mhm.
And
Why do I imagine when Zajay gets sad, his ears get all droopy?
Oh, totally,
Because
absolutely.
it's adorable.
They absolutely do.
Ah. So yeah,
They just go
Azilka.
from just like
So, and you can see like Azilka has the little feather tufts
Mhm.
that kind of look like ears, and so when she looks back and she sees Zajay's sad ears, her little feather tufts like do like kind of a fold back thing to like kind of also look sad, and she sighs a little bit, And
Meanwhile, Lyle's scarf just billows in the breeze.
and she says, I've been at this a long time, Sajay. Sometimes you have to do the things that don't feel right. But in the end, you realize that the official answer and the right answer are not the same.
Okay, I guess I'm just new at this. I guess I'll
It's
have to learn or something.
It's not easy. And it's a fine line to walk. There's some that take too far. And
I just figured if someone was gonna do everything right, I thought it would be us, but I guess not.
Yeah, just wait until your first kill. That'll be a real trip.
I mean, Zaja's already killed a person.
No!
there's a robot that
Does Buzz not have a soul?
Robots are people too.
who knows?
Steam Whistle Jerry says so.
Steam Whistle Jerry!
He made a hit song
Okay.
about how robots have feelings.
No, he made a song called "I Am a Robot, I Don't Have No Feelings,"
Oh.
and it's ironic.
Right.
It's like,
How could someone without a soul play the saxophone that well?
Yeah, exactly.
I hope you ever have to feel that feeling, Sajay. Lyle's right. If you have to take a life, it changes you. This line of work, sometimes you have to do things that you regret later.
have you killed someone yet?
I think. I think so. I think.
We're gonna have a
in-
conversation about that later.
Here's a
I
question.
think it happened in backstory arc tie-in adventure.
Oh, okay.
Here's the question I have.
Uh-huh.
Just weird, unrelated question. How do we get our car across the islands?
There's bridges.
There's bridge. Most of them are connected by like suspension bridges, and there are only a few that are
You-
connected by cable car.
You
Okay.
drew those bridges.
I drew
Oh,
this
right,
damn
right.
map.
The darker ones are
Yeah.
bridges. The brighter ones are cable cars. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, you all get to the hub. Would you all mind moving your tokens?
Sure.
Boink.
Boop.
Okay.
Zly.
So you you arrive in the hub, and the fight in question, the situation in question. I gotta remember what this place is called. Why are there no pinned messages? Oh dear. Okay, we'll figure
Oh,
that
God.
out.
Oh god.
Never mind that my notes are gone. So yeah, there's a it's clearly a fight outside. Like you pull up and you immediately recognize that it was a fight outside of a church. Except it's not really a temple. It's more like a temple than a church.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what the difference is in this context.
Temples generally have like functions beyond like holding mass in a way that churches typically don't, at least in the like
Okay.
building description sense.
Sure.
So in this context, a church is where you go every Sunday, and a temple is where you go to make an offering.
yeah, a temple's a significantly bigger deal.
Gotcha.
And this particular temple is dedicated to.
I mean, like, especially since we're taking inspiration from Japanese culture, and Japanese temples just pretty much have like a mailbox where you're like send a message to God.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, and this is dedicated to. This is dedicated to the Naga architect.
Okay.
we have a name for them?
Her name was Sirish.
Sirish.
She was.
I forget what the Naga gave. Well,
You see, if for whatever reason I could get to my notes.
you would think I wrote the religion.
You did.
Let me.
Hold on a second. The faithful. I'm just gonna pull up this document.
Oh shit! Where did the pen messages go?
They're
They
still
just
there.
came
You
back.
just have to click them.
There
I
we
was
go.
panicking for a second. I was like, "Oh God."
Oh god.
The Naga did most of the planning for the city. Like, Sirish was a famed cartographer. She founded the like Office of Cartography and like geonavigation and all that fun stuff.
Here's the odd question because we're on the topic of city planning. How do we have stairs that are snake compatible?
I can slither.
I mean,
I just slither up
don't-
them.
Upstairs.
I just
Is it
slither up the stairs.
Is it like comfortable? Do you like prefer
fine.
a snake ramp?
I assume
feel
like my bottom scales are like tougher.
Yes, they are. Like in
And
every
I
snake.
figure
Yeah.
like the steps are by default shallower. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
They
feel
would
like
have
we
to
have
be.
very wide stair steps.
Yeah, very wide, very big stair. Like it's like boop boop boop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
instead of,
somewhere
like,
between a
that's
stair and a
just-
ramp.
mhm.
and that's just
Like
normal.
if you're if you're
Yeah.
a human, you gotta walk like 2 paces to the next step, where
Mhm.
it's just for really long snakes to slither up.
Right. But that's like what all stairs are, so it's not like weird.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So yeah, you arrived at this temple, the temple of Sirish, and you can see her, and she's always depicted with like a cartographer's compass and like a
Could you be referring to a sextant?
like a sextant in the other hand, and she's always seen depicted with that, and she wore like a headscarf, and you see her standing there, and they're just like, yeah, like everything's knocked over. There's a police line, there's like bystanders, and there's blood on the ground, but you don't see any bodies.
Yeah, Zajay like takes in the scene of the temple and just gives like a really big frown.
Is there like any police officers nearby? Or is
Yeah,
it
there's
just-
a couple. Yuki Tonto has just arrived on scene.
All right, I point them out and I say to the gang like, we should ask them for any info they might have gathered already.
Yeah,
Talk to Yuki.
that's a
Why
good
don't
idea.
Two of you start looking around.
Okay.
All
Sure.
right?
Zajay, can you roll perception for me?
Okay. Is this like a general thing or is this me investigating shit?
This is sort of a general. Do you notice this thing at a glance?
Okay. Got it.
Um,
I like noticing things at a glance, so I'm going to spend a legend point on it.
okay.
Joke's on all you fools. I'm saving my legend points.
19.
You notice a symbol. There are very clear, like some of the debris is laid out in a pattern that is a symbol you recognize. It's like you recognize it from the fights. It's like an inverted triangle with like 3 forks coming off it on each side. And it's like connected to the triangle, and there are other inverted triangles in the triangle. It's the symbol of the grounders.
Great. Yeah, I draw it in my notes.
Yeah. It's made out of like smashed fruit, which is also kind of a big deal. But it's like clearly in an area where violence didn't happen.
So it's
That's
like
just
very like the fighting was over here, and then someone came over here and was like I'll make
I don't
this
know if
thing.
you could. I don't know if you could order the events.
Well, yeah, but
yes.
it's distinct from like where the violence happened, though. Like
It is distinct from where the violence happened. The violence happened closer to the steps.
okay,
This was like the steps leading up to the statue, and this is like across the street, basically. Yeah, Izelka, you approach. I'm gonna draw this symbol before I forget it.
Is Yuki by himself, or are there other officers with him?
Yuki is not. Yuki is by himself right now.
But there are other officers nearby.
There are other officers nearby. Yes, this is the symbol you see.
cool.
Okay. So, yeah, she's gonna come up on Yuki and give like handshake.
Yeah, he shakes your hand and he's like, so, we have no idea what happened. We came when we heard reports of screaming and shouting and sounds of violence. And when we got here, this is what we found.
But to be perfectly honest, part of the reason I came out here was because I was out here in the hub last night. I walked down this street not half an hour before it happened. A little freaked out.
You sure you need to be on this case then?
There's more. Maybe it's
He
not
like
the best
motions
idea.
you over like further away from everyone.
Yeah, yeah. And she's gonna put her arm around his shoulder to conspiratorially whisper.
He's like real fit. Like you can feel his like muscles. He clearly works out.
Mm-hmm. She says, "This does not go beyond you and me, but we have reason to believe that there may have been some bad aether magic involved. Don't ask me the details. We need to find the proof. That's what we're here for."
Damn it, Izelka. You're putting me in a really bad position right now. You do know that, right?
Be sure to return the favor.
I feel like gives you like a yeah, fuck you, sure. But he's like not gonna screw you over on this because he's sort of your friend somehow. So he's just like, all right. So, current running theory is someone was vandalizing the area. People in the temple came out, saw the incident happening, attacked them, it escalated. But we have no witnesses to currently prove it, or at least none that will come forward. If you wanted to talk to some of the watchers, that might be a good place to start.
That's a good idea. Thank you.
Right. I'm going to keep doing, I don't know, trying to get someone in this stupid temple to talk to me.
Stupid.
See if maybe some of my folks can speak to them.
Right. Talk to you in a
Good
bit.
luck.
Thanks. He like pats you on the shoulder as he walks past.
Mm-hmm.
His like tail flicks because he's like half cat boy.
So she heads over to the other two
All right.
Zare-
Do you two, while she was having that conversation, do you guys want to make like official investigation rolls?
Sure.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Profession cop.
Please.
Will this be perception or like a logic thing for like investigating?
Are you trying to notice details or are you trying to establish patterns?
Probably details first.
I would do perception first then. Logic would be like, how does all this fit together?
Yeah, and so I'll probably do that after we get details. That would make sense. Okay.
I'm gonna wait for the result of your roll because I have a good idea for mine.
Okay. Yeah, you get some stuff. Yeah. It is hard to tell, but there were several people involved in this exchange. At least 3 distinct groups.
Three distinct groups?
Or 3 distinct groups. And you can tell because of the way the conflict seemed to happen, it seemed to move in a very distinctive way. As if like several people were all engaged in almost a brawl. Like it doesn't look like stuff's damaged and there's no rhyme or reason to the blood splatters.
So this wasn't like calculated at all. It was like it seemed like it was definitely a brawl.
It seems like as much collateral damage as it was definitely a brawl.
Okay. Brawl. Not calculated.
Okay. Lyle, what do you want to do?
Okay, so the hub is pretty much exactly what it says on the can, right? It's just like the big hub area between all these islands.
Yeah, it's also a pretty significant like marketplace.
Yeah. So I have a perk called Street Rat, which, among other things, says, let's see, as one of the invisible urchins that crawl the city, you are quite adept at picking up rumors in taverns and crowded streets. So my plan is to sort of listen around and see what rumors I can pick up from the people in the hub about what happened here.
Yeah, it sounds like you just
from passersby. I get
do it.
I gain advantage 1 on rolls in situations where my nature would be helpful.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that up.
So there's that perception.
That would be perception, yes.
Or with 1 advantage die.
You can spend legend points.
Wow.
Dang.
Can I spend legend points retroactively?
You can't, I'm sorry. People just start talking.
Unfortunate.
Like everyone is silent. And that's maybe the part that weirds you out.
Yeah.
Like everybody's watching but nobody's talking.
This is weird. People are usually always talking.
Well, to you they are. I think to everyone else it's kind of just a normal amount of talking.
But it's way too much talking.
You're like, wow, it's actually quiet for once, and then
yeah,
you're
which
like,
is like unsettling.
So do we want to take a break and then calculate on all that?
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
Coolio. Yeah, we can come back and do some more stuff, then kind of figure out things. So cool. We've reached the halfway point for tonight, so we're going to take another break. Join us in a few minutes for the second half of Play to Find Out Longfall, Episode 5. See you in a bit.